Yo boys, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing Assassination Knife Rogue Guide, the one shot, since a lot of people have been asking me and they've been wanting it. So I'm going to be doing it. And we're first going to be starting off with the gear in the Legendary. So the gear is going to be, so as you can see, I'm kind of mixed sub gear still, because obviously I didn't have an actual Assassination set yet. So as you can see, I'm 40% Verse. I would legit just go Versed, Haste, and then Mastery. You can honestly go every step, but I would try to focus more on haste than verse. Like instead of being 40 verse, maybe be like 35 or 36, and then be like 30 something haste. You want to be as high haste as you can, because the faster haste you have, the faster you don't have to wait for your abilities to come up like I have to. And it's also way better for mid game. So let's say you don't one shot him in the opener. So yeah, I would definitely not have as much verse as I have. I would definitely go for verse haste, and then your off stats can be have a little bit of mastery, a little bit of crit. But that's the stats. Now for your gear and your legendary, so I run the badge trinket. Now you can run the haste trinket as well. If you're, let's say you're playing a little bit high CR, um, the haste trinket can be way better for higher. I honestly think at higher CR this could be good. I don't know how good it is. I haven't tried it over like 2K yet, so maybe I could try it out if you guys want me to. But the legendary you're going to be running the 100% crit. Now what this will do is it'll basically help you crit all of your damage, everything, no matter what it is. It'll help. It'll 100% crit it, and you're gonna be running that, and then also the Unity, which will help your damage after the fact. I also had the badge trinket in there for the extra damage because it obviously makes you do more dam on your burst. So that's basically your gear. There's not much more to it. Your legendary, your Unity. Try to stack as much haste verse as you can, and then get your off stats. Now for your conduits. Conduits, I actually had the wrong conduits, and as you can see, I'm only renowned 62, so I don't have the enhanced version. But before in the video, I actually didn't have the right build for my conduit wise. So the entire time, not only was I the wrong conduit tree, I was actually running one of the wrong, things here. So for your conduits, you're going to be going with septic shock. This will allow you to do your sepsis way more damage. You're going to want this 100% of the time. Now for this spot, you can either go with quick decisions. Now I like quick decisions because let's say the target's really far and you have to force a go. What this will allow you to do now, you could get evasion faster, which will allow you to get your evasion faster, obviously, which will help you like in mid game. But as you can see, I can step from all the way from here. So let's say you're facing like a Rusted Druid or a Hunter that's kiting you, and you got to Kenny that instant. It's really good to have. So I'd honestly just go with quick decisions other than prepared for all. For your next one, I run Recuperator, which will help you, like I said, mid-game with your healing. So just have that up after you don't one-shot them in the opener. Now you can stack it, but obviously, if you have haste like I do, you don't really have much time to do that. So I run it, and you basically want to have it up all the time. It'll help you heal throughout the game. Now these are the most important ones. It's going to be lethal poisons, and it's also going to be, you know, well-placed steel, and you need both of these up. You also need prepared for all, and what this will do obviously is help your evasion, like I was talking about. So so now actually now that I think about it, you do get evasion throughout the game, and you get quick decisions, so that's really good. That's basically the conduits. This is the tree. It's pretty simple. Um, by the end of by the end of this video, I'll show you guys where the conduits are that you can get the 278, so you guys know. So just make sure you stay into the end so you guys can see where the conduits are if you guys were wondering. And then for the next thing, we're gonna be going talents. Now there's a few things that you can run here. Now I saw a lot of people running this, which is actually not terrible. It makes your bleeds do 100, like go way faster. This is really bad long game wise because this is make sure pace goes a lot faster. So I've seen people play this. Now, me personally, I don't know if it's best. I honestly don't really think it is. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just gonna say I would honestly just run electricity. I don't even know, bro. You guys already know my language is really bad. So, alac critty. Allah critty. We're just gonna say that, alright? So you guys can do stuff with me in the comments like you did with the mutilate. So, first, you're going to be going with Master Poisoner, and this will allow your bleeds to go basically help you mid game. A lot of these things are mid game because if you go too much one shot and you don't kill them, you just lose the game, which you don't want that to happen. You want to still have a chance afterwards. So I'd go with Master Poisoner. Now, this one actually can be kind of good, But the problem is, once you use the only way this is actually like good is if maybe you get PI on top of it, you pre-do it. So let's say you do this and it somehow works out. So you do this, you still have to get a full. It just wouldn't work out. So you do this and then maybe like vanish Mark for Death, so you get another version, which honestly, in my opinion, isn't good. So I wouldn't even run it. So Master Poisoner, Night Stalker. Now when you're running the 100% crit build, you don't want Master because these do not stack. So you either get 50 or you get 100. I think they'll stack up anyway to 100 no matter what. So if I run this, I'm not going to get, 150. I'm only going to get 100. So even with the talent, you're still only getting 100. So Night Stalker, what this will allow you to do is your abilities do 50% more damage. So on your vanish, you just do big dam. So while you're stealth and you're clicking all your stuff, your bleeds and everything will do a lot more dam. When you're marked for the envenoming, it's going to do 50% more damage on top of the 100% crit. But the next one's obviously going to be marked for death. This is like a non-goer. You need this for this build. The next one, elusiveness between cheat death. If you're facing a double DBS, I'd always run cheat death most likely, depending on your healer or if you're even running with a healer. So yeah, any double DBS, I'd usually run cheat death. If not, run elusiveness. What this allows you to do is 30% more damage. So if you know somebody's gonna stun you or they're bursting, go ahead and toss out that elusiveness, and basically you're taking 30% less damage. So that's really good. Next one, so there's two things here. It depends. You can go this build, and what this will do is it'll make you do more damage. The problem is you lose out on the kidney blind or the kidney bleed, which actually does a lot of damage in the meantime, and it also helps you on your off goes. So me personally, I would just go on internal bleeding. That's just your best go. Now for this build, if you really just want to go a full max out build where you're going like full out hardcore, where you're just going for the complete one shot, that's it, then I guess this could be good. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it in arena yet. I saw a few other people running it and they told me about it. I was like, it looks good, but it's like your bleeds aren't really doing enough damage. It's usually your Venom's going to be doing your like top dam by a mile. Your Venoms are going to be hitting for like 40, 50k, and you're going to be hitting like fat ones too. So honestly, I would do this for the long game. Maybe if you want to try this out, I have it built into my Vendetta, so if you guys want to see it in arena, I could try it out the next time we play this build. But I honestly just go with this. For your last one, now I've seen people playing this, which is really good if you know how to use it. Like you guys saw in the last video, I wasn't really good at using it. Now, if you're gonna use it in the build, which is really good if you're going for the one shot, I'd honestly probably prefer you guys go with this. So your opener would look like this. So whenever you're going for your burst, right? So what you do is, so you're gonna get your bleeds up. So this is just like a mini test. So get your 5 combo points. You're going to kidney, shiv, burst, vanish, mark for death. Then you're going to phantom knives, a venom. So if you want to do it like as you see, your phantom knives is doing 50k damage because obviously it hit 2 people, I think. So that kind of sucks. Kind of hard to like test it out. But if you're gonna do it that way, make sure you basically do before you do mark for death a venom, go for the blades because your blades is most likely gonna do more damage than your venom. Now you can do it the other way around too. Just whatever you prefer. You're either wanting to get the 50% more on your blades or on your, and as you can see, that wasn't even 20 stacks. That was not even close. That was like 10 stacks. So if you get 20 stacks of this and you get it right and you do it like that, it's probably gonna hit for near like 60k. And that's just the blades, not with your blades or your venom afterwards or none of that. So, and your crit still lasts. Remember, it lasts 3 seconds, so it's not like you're not getting the 100% crit on your venom. So I would honestly, as soon as you go into your burst mode and then you vanish and then you mark for death, go for instantly a phantom knives and then a venom. And then after that, you can just keep mutilating and then just keep going. Usually by then they're going to be toaster ovened. But the opener's gonna look like this. So I'm just gonna get my bleeds up and all that good stuff. So your opener is basically just this. Actually, I didn't go over my PvP talents. I'm not even gonna skip it. Um, so for your PvP talents right here is gonna be you're obviously always running this. This will basically whenever you click Shiv, not only is it making your bleeds do more damage, it's also making their healing do nothing. So let's say you can't get to see as you saw in my video where a lot of these hunters died. When I had this up, and it's like a decent amount of damp, they actually just die. You can't really heal through it a lot of the time, so you want this all the time. Smoke bomb, really good too. So if you're trying to do your build, and so let's say the healer's way back here, like where this H-Bow is, and he's kind of over here. If I go up to this guy and I kidney, and I already have my bleeds on him, and I kidney him without mark for death, obviously I kidney him, I bomb him, and then I do my build like that. And as you can see, there's no way he can get from here to here before I get my full burst rotation. So Smoke Bomb is definitely your go-to. And then for your third option, if you're not facing something that you can disarm, you could always go with the Flying Daggers, which will actually make you do more damage. So if you're really going for that blade, huge damage, as you see, Phantom Knives, I think I just got a follow. Actually got a sub. Lol. So Phantom Knives radius is 15 yards and deals 50% more damage when it strikes 3 or more targets. So this is kind of good. Not really. The only good thing about this is the more yardage. So like, let's say they try to get away. It's 15 yards. They're not going to be able to get away from it. Now, personally, it just depends on what I'm facing. If I'm facing a hunter or something like that, and they have pets on me and they're attacking me, it's gonna be really good because if I'm stacking on them and I double use it, as you can see, it's gonna be doing 50% more damage on all of them. On top of the 20, it's a lot of damage. They're gonna die. So like any hunters, any like Demo Warlock, anything with a pet that's next to them, with that can have three. So like a BM hunter, a Demo Warlock, stuff like that. Stuff with 3 or more pets, which is not much. So, and then your other third option is maneuverability. So if you can't disarm anything, and obviously they don't have any pets, you're just gonna go with the maneuverability. And what this will allow you to do is get out of any routes. Let's say you get rooted, you click to sprint. As you can see, it gets you out of any impaired movement. So if you're having, if let's say a hunter is keeping you slowed, you click this, you're gonna be out of that instantly. So your build's gonna look like this. So I'm gonna be coming out of stealth with mutilate because you want to save your silence sometimes or garrote for whenever you know they have trinket or something. So let's say I'm gonna open like this. I'm getting my bleeds up, so we're gonna full rupture with 5 common points. We're going to garrote. We're getting our bleeds up still. Get them up. So we're gonna shiv, kidney, vendetta, burst, vanish, blades, venom, big dam. And as you can see, they're just toast. They're having 100k damage a second. Just not much they can do about it. 500k damage in that quick. As you can see, 65k, 60k. Not and then not only that, but they were spread. So imagine they weren't spread. That would have legit been almost 80k to the face from a fan of knives. So like I said, you can do it 2 different ways. You can go for the venom and then mark for death, or you can mark for death, a venom and then blades. It's all up to you, whatever you prefer. But just make sure you're getting it all fast enough, because if you're waiting too long, so let's say I kidney, obviously I can't finish. So let's say I were to open here, I have my blades right. So let's say I shiv, I kidney, and then I wait, and then I'm at advantage for like right now, and I'm just sitting here, wait, and then I mark for death, and then the venom. As you can see, my crit's already off. I'm not gonna get the usefulness of it, and it's not really good. So this is all about timing. This needs to be fast. So you're going to be stealthing, opening with mutilate, getting your bleeds up. Honestly, I don't know if it matters if you shiv before or after. I'm not sure. I don't think it matters. I would honestly just do whatever you can. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody in the comments can talk, but I don't main assassination, so I'm not like 10. I'm not 100% sure. So again, this is gonna be your build, and this is pretty much easy. You're just gonna do this every time. It's pretty simple. It's gonna be the same thing every time. Obviously, I'm not gonna teach you guys a one-button macro that just allows you to click it and do everything for you, because that's not gonna help you learn in the future. This is a fun build to play, but don't get, you know, I'd play it for fun. I mean, obviously, if you need that little bit of CR, I would do it. But you know, it's not really, these type of one shots are mostly for fun. It's really just, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna give you a button that just clicks everything for you, even though I could. It's just not. It's not how I am. So again, you're gonna open with mutilates, rupture or garrote, rupture. You can do these in any fashion you want. Usually, I do rupture and then garrote because my garrote's like halfway done already. So I'm gonna regarrote. So let's say I shiv this, or I'm gonna shiv after like I usually do. So I kidney, shiv, burst, banish, blades, venom, mark for death, venom. As you can see, there is not enough. You're just not healing through it. As you can see, these stacked and it did 60k down. All together to their face, it's gonna be about 60k. So there's nothing they can really do about it. As you can see, the dummy just went from 100 to or whatever HP was at. I don't even know. But that's basically it. That's all you guys have to do. Like I said, if you're not running the blades build, you don't even have to click this. So if you're running this build for the longer type of game, you don't even have to worry about clicking the blades. You could just mark for death of venom and then keep pumping them. But if you are running it, make sure you are, either clicking it before or after. So mark for death of venom and then do it, or blades, mark for death of venom. You can go back in the video, keep practicing on a dummy. But that's basically it, boys. You just get your bleeds up one more time without the burst here. So you're going to get your 5 common points. Kidney, Shiv, Burst, Vanish, Blades, Mark for Death, Venom, Mutilate, Venom, and that's basically it. Now, if for some reason your Fan of Knives gives you 5 common points, like if they're ever getting stacked by 2 people, or let's say it just happens that you get 4 or 5, I would just instantly Venom and then Mark for Death Venom. It's definitely good. Now, usually it's not going to, because obviously it's hitting 2 people. So in that situation, you would still Mark for Death of Venom. So you would basically open the same way again. So I'm gonna do it one more time if it wasn't stacking like it is now. So I'm going to Kenny, Shiv, Burst, Vanish, Mark for Death, and Venom, Blades, Mutilate, Venom. That's it. That's all there is to it. Now, if you know they're going to Trinket or something like that, while you're in your stealth, you can actually come out with a Garrote, and then you can actually do your rotation like that. So I'll show you in a second here. So I'll get my bleeds up again. Getting the old Bleederunos. So as you can see, my CDs are coming back a little bit. So as you can see, so if I know he has Trinket and I have to go, so I'm going to Shiv, a Venom, Banish. If I know he's going to Trinket, Garrote, then do our one shot here, as you can see, and then bam. Just do your same rotation, and as you can see, it's still 70k. And then you silence their Trinket, which allows them not to click anything. It does get a little bit confusing. Just keep watching it over. Watch my games in game over. Um, but this is the beginner's guide. I hope you guys enjoyed it and hopefully you learned something. Obviously, I've only been playing this build for a couple days, so I don't know all the exact information about it. But hopefully you learned something, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you check out my Twitch, and we do have a hurricane coming, so I don't know if I'll be uploading tomorrow or not. All the internet and stuff might be out for a couple of days because of the hurricane coming to Florida. But whoever's watching this that's in Florida, stay safe, boys, or wherever you guys are. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, boys.